Hey everybody, I'm Cyrus Aragnos. We're going to be playing some Civ 5, so we're just going to jump right on in. We're playing as the Americans, so it's going to be an interesting episode. We're going to kick Rome's butt, basically. So, where we start off with our one city. It's Washington, and I'm not playing, this is after the fact. So, we start off with Washington. We're going with animal husbandry because the fact that, or I'm sorry, I'm not sure where I'm going here. Yeah, animal husbandry because the fact that I have horses nearby my main city. I'm also telling my dudes to go out and explore, and while they go and do that, I don't know why I told them on there to to go into a defensive stance, but I told them to explore, and we found ourselves a barbarian encampment. So animal husbandry just got finished, and we're going to go with the honor policy. That way we get some good attributes towards having a decent army. Because I'm going up against Rome, and most of the time he's like really super like aggressive. We're going with trapping for animals as well because I've got animals nearby. I've got those foxes nearby. I'm gonna build myself a worker. I still have my I built a scout as well. So yeah, I built that scout so that we can get some more exploration done. And I'm bringing my main dudes back because they found some ruins and they upgraded themselves. And so basically what I'm going to be doing is sorry, I'm like totally focused over here for a second. Basically I'm going to have them guard my main base while it's upgrading. I got the wheel done at my main at Washington. Trapping is done, so I'm going to go with pottery next, and then probably I think it's archery after that. Looks like we got some enemies coming in though, but we're gonna keep doing our normal thing. Freaking Rome! Oh my gosh! So he's just saying, hey, you know, I'm here and blah blah blah. You know, if you're a friend, then cool. If not, whatever. He's just saying I'm the other player on the map. He is the only other player on the map other than the city-states. So this is in what's called duel mode. So it's just me and him, just because I want to kick his living carcass to the ground! Yeah, that's right. Anywho, so we finished up our main thing with honor, and then our first one, and then we'll move on to the second one, second tier, I guess you could call it. Then we're just going to continue building workers, and I'm building other stuff. Got a city-state message there. You really just don't really need to read the city-state messages. I just ignore them every time. So, sailing just got finished. I don't think we've done archery yet. Nope, I'm about to do archery, I think. Unless I chose... Nope, I chose optics instead. Just because I had my other advisors, you know, completely telling me to do one thing and do it. So I was like, okay, cool. Now, my workers there are really close to those spearmen, and I'm afraid that those spearmen are going to come in and steal my workers. So I'm really concerned at the moment because, you know, I really need those workers. So I'm just kind of deciding what I need to do. My scouts right here are in a little bit of a battle. I told them just to retreat, and they got killed anyway. So I told Washington to attack those dudes that were nearby, just so that we could damage them a little bit. Didn't really do too much damage. I decided to go with more warriors because I only have the one, and I really could use to defend myself. I've got 3 enemy units around my main city. So we're just going to advance in the turns and just keep this going. So we can attack them again, and I decided, you know what, let's just mop these guys off the planet because it said it was an easy, decisive victory. So we went with that, and got myself some more warriors. So that was a good thing. Got my warriors out there. I got freaking Rome is exploring with his warriors. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, gotta heal my units, gotta fortify my units because I've got Rome around me, and hey, look at that, I got into the classical era. So I'm like, hey, let's see what we can do, because what you can do is you can just click on future tech right there, and the computer will automatically go through every single one of these on its own. You don't have to worry about it, it'll just go through on its own. But personally, I like clicking on the individual techs, tech advancements, so that I know exactly where I'm going next with my builds. So I think right now I'm just I'm fortifying my units. I'm building a settler because I really think I need to get another city in. I told my dudes to just clear those guys off the face of the planet, and we won, so that was good. Tell them to move back on to my other workers, just to fortify them up. I got another policy, so most literate people in the world is me, and then Augustus Caesar. So doing pretty good on literacy. We're gonna go with mathematics next in 8 turns. This is a turn-based game. This is my very first recording of this match. I had to save because it was literally an hour's worth of footage, and it took up the rest of the space on my 1 terabyte hard drive, and it completely just overloaded my hard drive. So, which was interesting. I've never filled up a hard drive before, and it got to the end of the video to where it was the frames per second dropped to like 5 frames per second, and I was like, something's wrong. So, because I was running this entire match, this entire game right here, this entire hour footage at about 60 frames per second, it never really dropped. So, until that moment, I was like, what's going on? But anyway, I got some settlers coming in, and I'm like, okay, they're telling me that I can build a city right up there to the up above. So I'm gonna have my warriors come up and guard him, because if the barbarians capture my settlers, they're gone. I have to go save them, and if Caesar saves them, he can take over those units and take them from me. So I kept my dudes really close by, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna get my settler up there. Looks like my unit got promoted. Told my settlers to get up there. I'm going to have those guys fortify. It's just so that they can get healed up. Fortify those guys. I'm going to keep this going. Now we have the availability of building our next city, New York. New York is up and running. I'm going to tell my dudes to build a, let's see, what am I going to go for here? An archer. I decided to go for archery. Archery did get finished a while ago. Decided to go with archers because these guys are just awesome early in the game units. You have to have archers, especially if you garrison them inside your cities. They can do massive damage when they're garrisoned. So I'm not sure if they get an actual damage bonus when they're garrisoned, but it definitely is awesome because they sit inside your city and they have this huge damage radius around your city. And he's saying, just so you're aware, the other leaders just heard the grim truth about you. He's basically saying, like, oh, you built another freaking city, and I don't like that. Rome is very, very territorial, and doesn't matter how many cities, if you have one city, he will say that he wants your land, and that he covets the land that you own, and he'll go to war over your one little city. So, since I have 2, he's like, oh, this is crap. Well, I end up because the main thing is you want land. If you want resources, you're going to need the land. And in order to have land, you got to have more cities. And so if you really want him to be on your bad side, just build as many cities as you can. So I got some archers out. We're on 46 turns now, 47 turns, I'm sorry. We're going to go with our next tier in honor. So we got ourselves, got a yawn, but okay, so world's most progressive people, that was me, because I'm doing a lot of turns, every move. We're going to go with writing next for our next scientific tier. I built myself another settler because I was like, I can either go here or I can go there. I ended up going down on the middle one there, the bottom. Just because it was on this side of the river, and I was like, you know what, I really don't want to build too close to Rome because it'll really piss him off, and I can't afford to go against him this early on in the game. I only have a couple of military units, and if he decides to come at me head on, with only my little amount of force, military force that I have, the barbarians are just going to sweep in and just kill the living crap out of me. So again, I'm telling my dudes, my military guys, and all of my military units to move forward in advance of my settlers. That way they can get over there. And I also have this barbarian encampment up here, and I'm like, crap, I got to take this out first because they've got spearmen and they've got warriors. So I got to take them out of the equation pretty much at the same time that I build my next city, because that's just a force that I don't want to deal with right now. So that's pretty much where we're at right now, is getting this second city up, because I got Washington and New York up. I've got my next dudes, my military units are going over there. Let's see, I'm going for philosophy next, because my advisors are telling me to do that. I'm telling my warriors to move forward, and I'm telling them also to go into a defensive stance. That way, if they get attacked by Rome, they're not going to just die. So, I'm also going to go for a workboat here. So yeah, and you know, I've got one ship already, but you know, that's just what it is. So I'm gonna have to end this episode off. It's about 10 minutes long now, and you know, I'm gonna keep these episodes pretty short, about 10 minutes each. So I've got an hour's worth of footage, so that's like 6 segments right there. So we're already at 6 episodes. This is just the first one, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you on the next one. This is Cyrus Ragnos signing off. Have a good one.